Chapter 16. Introduction to Computer Graphics. Introduction. The term graphics generally refers to the images generated by a computer or similar type of computing devices. It is the way of presenting various information in the pictorial or visual format. Computer graphics is made up of number of pixels, where pixel is the smallest element of graphical picture. Applications of computer graphics. Understanding Adobe Photoshop. Adobe Photoshop is a graphics application software used to edit and manipulate digital images. Photoshop was developed in 1987 by the American brothers Thomas and John Knoll. Photoshop became integral to many industries, including publishing, web design, medicine, film, advertising, engineering, and architecture. Photoshop was originally conceived as a subset of the popular design software Adobe Illustrator. Photo editing. Photoshop is an excellent tool for editing photos. If a designer is preparing a digital or scanned photograph for use in a project. Starting Photoshop in Windows 8. Press the Windows key and type Adobe Photoshop CC in search box and press Enter key to open the Photoshop CC. The Photoshop windows will display. Tools of Photoshop. Rectangular marquee tool. Move tool. Lasso tool. Quick selection tool. Crop tool. Eyedropper tool. Spot healing brush tool. Brush tool. Clone stamp tool. History brush tool. Eraser tool. Gradient tool. Blur tool. Dodge tool. Pen tool. Text tool. Path selection tool. Rectangle tool. Hand tool. Zoom tool. Toggle tool. Foreground color tool. Background color tool. Working with Photoshop tools. Crop tool. Select the required part of the image. Click on Crop tool from the toolbox. Click and drag on the required area of the image. Double-click the left mouse button or press Enter to apply. Lasso tool. Open the required image. Click on the Lasso tool from the toolbox. Click on the picture and drag the mouse to select the required area. Eraser tool. Open the required image. Click on the Eraser tool from the toolbox. Click and drag the mouse to erase the required portion of the image. Gradient tool. Open the required image. Select the part of the image. Click on the Gradient tool from the toolbox. Drag the mouse across the image. Move towards left or right or as your desired location to apply it. Blur tool. Open the required image. Click on the Blur tool from the toolbox. Choose the required brush from the present picker. Drag the mouse pointer over the part of the picture and release the mouse. Zoom tool. Open the required image. Click on the Zoom tool from the toolbox. Press Ctrl++ key for zoom in and Ctrl+- key for zoom out of their image. Hand tool. Open the required image. Click on the hand tool from the toolbox. Click on image, then drag it as required. Drag the mouse pointer over the part of the picture and release the mouse. Text tool. Create a new blank canvas or open any picture file. Click on Text tool from the toolbox. Drag on the location where you want to type the text. A cursor will appear. Type the text as required. Clone stamp tool. Open an image. Click on Clone tool from the toolbox. Keep on pressing Alt key and click on the area of the image. Click on the new area of the image to apply the effect. Dodge tool. Open the image in which you want to apply the effects. Click on the Dodge tool from the toolbox. Click on image, then drag it as required. Spot healing brush tool. Select the spot healing brush tool from the toolbox. Choose a brush size from the option bar. Choose blending mode from the mode menu. Choose replace to preserve noise, film grain and texture at the edges of their brush stroke. Click on the area where you want to fix, or click and drag over a larger area. Magic wand tool. Open the required image. Select the magic wand tool. If the tool isn't visible, access it by holding down the quick selection tool. Click on the area of an image to select. Setting brightness and contrast. Open the image in which you want to apply the brightness or contrast. Click on Image menu and select Adjustment option. Click on Brightness Contrast option. A brightness contrast dialog box will appear. Change the value of brightness and contrast as required and click on OK to apply it. Flip or rotate the image. Open the required image that you want to rotate. Click on Image menu and select Image Rotation option. A list will appear. Choose the required rotation option. Saving the image in different format. Prepare an image in a Photoshop. Click on the File menu. Choose Save or Save As option. Type the file name on the file name box. Click on Save As Type drop-down option to view various file formats as below. Select the required file format. Finally click on the Save button to save the file. Working with layer. To show or hide layers. To show. Click on Windows menu. Click on Layer from the list of options. To hide. Click on Windows menu. Select Remove the tick sign from the list of options. To add new layer. Click on Layer menu. Choose New from the option. Again, click on Layer. A new layer box will appear. Type the name of the layer in name box and click on OK. Now, the layer will add in the layer palette. Opacity and fill. Opacity and fill changes can drastically change the appearance of a layer and are recommended when trying to blend objects or make adjustments more subtle. Locking layers. There are several ways to lock the layer or layer contents. Each layer can be locked by selecting the layer, and then selecting the type of lock. Layer buttons. Link layers. Add a new layer style. Create new fill or adjustment layer. Create a new group. Create a new layer. Delete layer. Raster image. A raster graphics image is a dot matrix data structure, representing a generally rectangular grid of pixels, or points of color, viewable through a monitor, paper, or other display medium. Vector image. Vector graphics is the creation of digital images through a sequence of commands or mathematical statements that place lines and shapes in a given two-dimensional or three-dimensional space. Page layout. Page layout takes all elements of the page like the page margins, blocks of text, positioning of images and so on. Page design can be modified in page layouts applications such as Adobe InDesign. Adobe InDesign. InDesign is a page layout desktop publishing software application for creating flyers, brochures, magazines, newspapers, and books. Starting Adobe InDesign CS6. Click on Start and select All Program folder. Choose Adobe InDesign CS6 from the list of options. Now the InDesign CS6 windows will appear as Creating new document. Click on the File menu and select New and choose Document. A document setup dialog box will appear as below. Set up the correct page size, margins, and page columns for your document and click on OK button. The more options are explained. Number of pages. Facing pages. Master text frame. Page size. Orientation. Bleed. Slug. InDesign CS6 tools. Selection tool. Direct selection tool. Page. Gap. Content collector tool. Content placer tool. Type tool. Line tool. Pen tool. Pencil tool. Rectangle frame tool. Rectangle tool. Scissors tool. Free transform tool. Gradient swatch tool. Gradient feather tool. Note tool. Eyedropper tool. Hand tool. Zoom tool. Fill. Stroke. Default fill and stroke. Formatting effects container. Formatting effects text. Apply color. Apply none. Normal. Preview. Apply gradient. Inserting the text. Select the Type tool from the toolbox. Click on your document where you want your text, drag a box with your mouse, and begin typing in the box. To move a text frame, select it by clicking on it once with the selection tool. Once it is selected, click and hold, then move it to the new position and release the mouse button. To resize a text frame, select it by clicking once with the pointer. Click on the handles on the border of the text block and drag until you have the correct new size. To change font, color, etc., highlight the text and make the desired changes in the options palette at the top of the screen, under the menus. Importing the picture and placing. Click on File menu and choose the Place option. A Place dialog box will appear. Choose the picture location and click on Open option. Click on the document where you want to place the picture. Click on Select Tool from the toolbox and click and drag on the picture to move it. Change the size of the picture by clicking on its any corner, then rotate it, as required. Apply the necessary changes for photo editing. Wrapping text. Insert the object that you want to wrap with text. Click on Window menu and select Text Wrap. A dialog box will appear as below. Select or highlight the object to apply text wrap. Select the wrap style from the option panel. Printing the InDesign document. Open the required document that you want to print. Click on File menu and select Print option. A print dialog box will appear. Now, select the name of the printer that you have installed on your system. Click on Print to print the document. Creating PDF for InDesign document. Save your document. Click on File and select Export. A dialog box will appear which asks you to save. Type required file name on file name box and choose Adobe PDF, Print, from Save as Type box. Another dialog box will appear in which you can apply other required settings. Finally, click on Export button to create PDF.